Penance RPG and its affiliate sponsor, D&Dice, makers of dice for all types of heroes, proudly presents Plummet, Falling in the Dark, a Penance RPG adaptation. This bard's tale, as is customary in these parts, may contain strong adult themes, cursing, and high adventure. For now, time turns, the path is open. Let the story commence.
Welcome to episode 32 of Plummet. Who are you? What are you? And in honor of National Splurge Day, what would you spend lots of money on if you had it? Starting with AJ.
Hey, it's me, AJ. I'm back once again. National Splurge Day. I mean, I'm currently in the process of kind of pointlessly replacing my Blu-ray collection with 4K discs. So I guess I'd go through and re-buy a bunch of movies that I've already owned a bunch of times. It's not particularly interesting, but either that or as I missed out a couple of weeks ago about what musical instrument to get, I'd probably get a new guitar or something.
Fair enough. Amy.
Yep.
Hello, I'm Amy. I play Frankie, our human disciple. If I had, I'm assuming it's all the money in the world kind of thing.
Kinda, yeah. What's kind of what pointless shite would you splurge money on?
See, I'm a practical sort, so I would have someone come repaint the house. That's really lame, but I don't want to do it myself. And pay for someone to do my garden, because my garden is atrocious. And I kill plants, so someone can take care of that.
So would you hire someone to bring you plants that you could kill, or?
No, just make my garden look amazing. And not a council estate garden. Honestly, I really need to mow the grass. I've had no time. The weather's been
trolley.
And it's November weather in June.
The weather's been wet all week because I turned around and said I have to mow the lawn this week because my green bin's getting collected. So it has made sure I couldn't do that.
Belry.
Hello, it's me, Belry. Also Jimmy Juggins the Wizard. Apparently very sinusy all of a sudden. I mean, the issue I could be quite impulsive as it is. I mean, come payday this month, there's a couple of figures I'm probably going to pre-order. Also, it's come to my attention that I think I have a problem with gacha systems. Do you remember that game that I started playing a week ago? A week and a half ago?
Yes.
May have spent about £150 on it.
Oh, holy shit.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's time to put the parental look on that game.
Most people just buy porn, Belry.
But porn's free nowadays.
It is, but they don't pretend to hide behind a game when they just want porn.
But yeah, so I would suggest that the issue so much isn't what I would splurge on if I had the money so much as what I do splurge on when I don't have the money.
Yeah.
I see.
Although come next month, July, I've got some really cool stuff coming. Right, do you remember that really big Gridman thing that I put in chat a little while ago? I was I really wanted it, and it was this big thing.
No.
I pre-ordered that, and that comes in June, and I'm really excited.
In June or July?
June. Like I said!
But we're in June now.
Words that begin... No, the other one, the later one. Words that begin with the same letter. Fuck me up.
Apparently there's some other stuff that fucks you up.
It all comes full circle.
Squid.
Dear, sorry, I have to get my composure for a second. I am Squid. I play Karis, the tiefling thief. Rather boringly, I'm probably a bit like Belry. I'd probably just spend it on the same shit that I waste my money on at the moment, which is probably a combination of RPGs I'll never play, random shit on Kickstarter when I'm pissed, and probably another shed to fill with fishing equipment I never use.
Oh well. What do you usually back on Kickstarter then? There's a laugh.
Oh, fuck, anything. It can be miniatures, it can be RPGs, dice. It's mostly gaming related. A few computer games that I'll probably never be released or see made.
Usually for me, Kickstarter, it's like small card games and big fuck off things. Like I bought Rising Sun when I was hammered, and I really wish I hadn't.
Yeah.
I should probably sell that actually. I'd probably get enough value back, but nah. Anyway, Leonida.
Yes, hi, I'm Leonida. I'm playing Stunin, the large female something skirmisher. I got so many hobbies, so I could just splurge on a thing. It would probably be a lot of instruments. I would probably sort of sponsor all my favorite YouTubers. I would probably make sure that the garage that we're supposed to build soon is just going to be built really quickly by just paying guys a sinister amount of money. And anything else that and otherwise I'm also really sort of practical. I don't spend too much money on silly shit. It's always shit that I actually use, or games and stuff. Probably buy up the whole Steam library just to be able to try it when I feel like it.
Fair enough. And Ash.
Hello, I play with the Globin. She's a Tabaxi Shadow Walker. And if I had lots of money to splurge on, it would depend on how much. If it was really, really lots, I'd pay off the mortgage. I know, boring. If it was a bit less than that, I'd like a new car. My eldest would like a new computer, that's the big gaming laptop. And I think my youngest would like the Lookout Tower from Paw Patrol, because he's obsessed with those things.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the Lookout Tower?
I'll try and find a picture of it. It's the base that they have all their vehicles coming out of, with a slide and everything. So run the little characters down. It's got all the vehicles already, and the figures and things. So the Lookout Tower is all these big, overly priced toys because it's branded and stuff like that.
Oh, right, okay. Alright.
Oh, that looks like the kind of shit I'd have been all about when I was a kid.
Yeah, same here.
So, what happened last week? Dragon, if you please.
Following the battle with Ebony Darkness the week before, some of the party were in a bad way, with Prince Keirmit's shattered pelvis preventing him from travelling anywhere anytime soon. One of the servants mentioned he knew a healer who could fix the prince for a price. While several members of the party were unsure of this, the prince saw no harm and sent for this healer. A few hours later, a blood merchant arrived, talking about fixing anything for a price. And while Frankie desperately tried to remain hidden in plain sight, and whispers went to the market, he inquired if the payment would be in gold or blood, mentioning that the blood of a prince was a highly prized commodity. Following this transaction, the merchant left and the party regrouped to discuss what to do now. Right as the artificer arrived with a small gaggle of his royal guards. He mentioned that they had been overheard saying that they knew of this Ebony Darkness, and following correspondence from the city of Arren, they had some explaining to do. After several minutes of blatant denial by Frankie, the party discover that this is not the first time Ebony Darkness has been executed. It seems the necromancer has acquired himself a phylactery, and, begrudgingly, the party agree to assist with the inquiries by sneaking into a known cult hideout located within the sewers under the city of Neric Hall. After requesting robes from the artificer, the party dress in full cultist get-up and descend into the dark sewers, eventually coming to a cross-section where two robed figures were pouring a vial of sticky green ichor onto a rat's nest. The party were questioned as to where they had been, and after seamlessly blending in as mere cultists, there was a rumbling as the ichor began to take effect, enlarging the rats to the size of dogs with burning red eyes. The cultists seemed delighted that the ichor worked, but this glee was short-lived, as the first of these was ripped to pieces by this ravenous vermin, while the second cultist was not far behind. Frankie, against his better judgment, but egged on by the rest of the party, drew forth his fire staff and managed to set almost everyone in the tunnel ablaze. After these flames had died down, Prince Kermit was savaged by one of the rats and made a startling discovery. It seemed like the rats loved the taste of his blood, with one of the rats contentedly lapping up the sanguine fluid from the broken remains of his arm. So, while the rest of the party beat back the rats, Kermit decided that this rat would remain his, naming it Black Currant Licorice. With the rats defeated, the party continued to explore the tunnels, bypassing many where sounds of sobbing or squeaking could be heard, before deciding to investigate a single chamber. Inside, they found 2 people who seemed imprisoned within a cage. "Please," they begged, "we cannot take any more poetry." And the party realised that this cult has been kidnapping people to subject them to their dastardly scripts. They released the pair before continuing their search for Ebony. After meeting 2 rather bizarre cultists in the corridor, and a miscommunication between them and Stu Nin, the party found themselves being led down the tunnel by 2 blindfolded, giggling cultists. Eventually, Stu disappeared into a room alone with them, returning several minutes later with new knowledge. Ebony had fled to one of the magistrates within the city. After hearing this news, and still confused by what had transpired in the room alone with the cultists, Kermit inquired if Stu was, in fact, a princess. What followed was a magical kiss from a princess to a frog prince, whereby the prince returned to frog form, contentedly nestling within Stu's robes as the party left the sewers, with black currant licorice in tow. Returning to the inn, they sent news of their findings to the artificer, and now await his response.
And lo, the story continues. So at the end of last week, you returned to the inn and sent a message to the artificer, informing him about the things you had found in the cult in the sewer. The next morning, you received a urgent reply with a letter from the artificer saying that he concurs that the best thing you can do is question these magistrates. He tells you roughly where to find them, which is a sort of council building downtown, and he tells you to do this as peacefully as possible. So you head off towards these council chambers, and as you arrive outside, you notice that inside this council building it seems to be relatively quiet, with only 2 or 3 people walking around carrying large boxes full of scrolls. What do you do?
Stu is just gonna go up to one of the guys carrying a scroll bag and, "Hey, what's that you got there?"
Scrolls, innit?
"What type of scrolls?"
The papery kind.
"Oh, is there anything written on scrolls, or are they just blank?"
Well, they're scrolls. You could open them and see what's written on them, but it's all for filing.
Filing, you say?
Oh yeah.
Who are you filing for?
Well, this is where the magistrate's office is. We file everything we find in here. These are decrees.
Ah, could you direct us to the office?
Oh, that's it's up there. And he points to a set of stairs leading up, and you notice 2 rather strange-looking figures standing outside.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll head up there then.
Okay. So you head up the stairs, and at the top of the stairs you see 2 figures standing sort of one on each side of the door. So we'll start with AJ.
Okay, so you see kind of rough-looking dwarf with a pair of short swords kind of across his back with like a big scar running down the middle of his face.
Okay.
Look up as you all approach, I guess.
And Belry?
So he looks like a wizard. Or perhaps more apropos would be more like a magician. It looks almost like a store-bought costume.
Does he have a pointed hat with wizard written on it?
Yeah.
He has a legally distinct hat with a legally distinct spelling of wizard.
Why is it?
God, no.
No, that's a different character.
It's not
And Mathro
Larry.
isn't up to that character.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a staff or anything. He has like a dagger. He has like a pouch that looks quite full, and a little crossbow. You know, like that sort of old look that wizards have.
Yeah. Is he
He
human
doesn't
or
look like
race?
he's human, but he looks like a street, not like a street kid, but like an adult who's very sort of on the streets a lot, like you know.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Oh, hello there, good sirs.
Iggy?
Who is Iggy? You thought who Iggy? Look at you, cinch man.
I don't know. What's an Iggy?
No, I saw a dwarf and I thought.
Hey, that's racist, you know.
Let's not get off on the wrong foot here, or any foot for that matter. Hello, my name is Stu. What is your names?
They call me Slasher because I stab people a lot.
That seems sort of illogic, but okay.
I mean, it seems pretty apropos to me. I'm Jimmy Juggins, Master Wizard.
Alright.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
mugs.
you too. Both of you.
So you're all standing outside of a solid oak door with the magistrate's office written on the outside and a sort of bronze plaque. The door seems locked.
So what are you two doing standing outside the magistrate's office then? If I may ask.
You know, just sort of wizard stuff. I was asking around if anybody needed any wizard help, and here I am.
I'm looking for booze. Always looking for booze. I don't see any though.
Oh, well, it so happens that we're actually hunting a necromancer, which probably has his phylactery inside here. And
Yeah. Oh.
there might be probably some money in it for you that you can buy booze with, Slasher. I mean, who would be better to finish off a phylactery if not a wizard?
I mean, that
So
does
why
sound
do
like
you,
the kind of thing a wizard would do.
Yeah, logically it tracks. Seems
Yes.
like the kind of thing you'd be into.
Hey,
So,
probably.
What do you say? Do you want to join us for this fine adventure of ours?
On one condition. I get shit-faced drunk afterwards. Nobody complains.
That can probably be arranged.
Then it's all good. Alright. Open the door.
Yeah, right.
Over with. Start drinking.
A wizard's allowed to drink, guys. Because I wouldn't mind joining in.
So the door's locked. Doesn't seem anybody's home.
That's a bad start.
Anybody?
Why don't
good
we
at
look around the
picking?
back?
Has anyone tried knocking?
I mean, I could try and, I don't know, like, magically open that lock or something.
Why don't
Could
we go
just
with
try
Whisper's
sticking
plan
Yeah,
and
knock.
knock first?
Who's knocking on the door?
Frankie will knock on the door.
Okay, roll. You knock relatively politely on the door, and you see the older man in spectacles look up to you from the desk downstairs, and you hear a sort of faraway voice going, "They're not in today.
Where are they?
They're off at a secret meeting." Oh fuck, I shouldn't have told him about that. They're off at a meeting.
Well, you might as well tell me where.
Can't do that.
I'm just gonna shrug at him.
Just yelling across the hall.
You've let everybody know about the secret meeting, and he just has bunny ears. Why not another one?
Oh, they're meant to have been back by now. They haven't arrived yet.
Which direction they went?
Give me a second.
North? I'm gonna point north, south, east, west. Which way?
He goes, I don't know. I don't have the diary.
I'm just gonna face down.
Which
We'll
diary
go
is that
look
then?
for it.
Well, it's
I
not
don't
my
like to
office.
tell
I'm just
anybody
the
how to do it.
caretaker.
Well, you've
Good
got
to
the
say it.
key, so open the door and I'll have a look.
Oh, I can't do that. You might steal things.
Why? I only want to
That's
talk
alright.
to the guy.
Why don't you let us all in? We can wait for him in his office. You can always lock the door behind us if you want to make sure we don't take him, because then we can't get away.
Hey, I wouldn't dream of it. I'm a wizard. You can trust a wizard.
Oh, we had a wizard last week. It stole lots of things. Used some sort of mystical bag to hold them all.
Well, you could also just open the door instead of us breaking the door down. It wouldn't look good when they come back if you broke down the door, you know.
Well, if you're going to break down the door,
Nudge,
I'll
nudge.
fetch the guards.
Still,
Well, we're sent by the guards, so don't worry about it. They're on
they
our
did
side.
ask us. Yes, but they did ask us to do this politely, and we are doing this politely. No,
Well,
we can
politely
smash
to
people
a
later.
degree.
How about I politely introduce my foot to his ass?
No,
Politely.
Sounds very wizardly.
can we just, dear man, you and I are on the
Speak
same
up, you're
rig.
still a
You
bit
and I.
far away.
Which one's the man?
Okay.
Who's man? There's a lot of man.
Basically, like, the guy's basically about a good 15 meters away at the bottom of the stairs.
I just want to check where they're going, and then I'll go.
Won't be
Why
much of a
don't you
secret if people know where
open
they
the
are.
door?
You told me half of it already.
Did I?
Yes.
Oh, bugger. Well, I better not tell you the other half then.
Well, if you're so worried about where they've gone and they ain't back yet, why don't we go look for them?
That's a
Let's
good
go steal the
idea.
most
You do
dexterous.
that.
You pick the lock.
Yeah, but for us to look for them, it would kind of help if we had a general direction as where to look.
Well, they aren't here.
Well, we've gathered as much since you told us 4 times now. But thanks anyway for the info.
Do you
I
have any
think
idea
Iris
when they're
is
expected back?
They were due back last night. They haven't come back yet. Must
Maybe
be a
they're
long
big night
meeting.
drinking, sleeping off hangover.
Or
Garrus
maybe
is just
they
gonna
have,
go and start trying to pick the lock of the door at this point, and getting
Yeah.
very frustrated at all this backwards and forwards.
Here,
It might
you
be
trying
that
to
Might
they
look
want to
through
wait
the
until he's not
keyhole?
looking, Karis, before you
No,
go to the
I-
keyhole.
He's not. He's just going for it.
We're just gonna stand around so we can't see him picking the lock.
No,
What's that one
I'm gonna
doing
walk
there?
away so I'm not associated with you guys.
He's not doing anything.
Frankie's
Your
gonna
guy
follow whispers, just like, I try to do this nicely, but alright.
I'm just gonna, block the public's view of Karis.
Yeah,
It's okay. It's city business.
Stu as well.
Okay.
Hey, what you looking at? Back off.
The
Managed to
secret
open
meeting
the
might
door.
have.
What are you going to do now?
I think he's just going to pretend that he sort of tripped and fell against the door, and it's just miraculously come open.
Hey,
Oh,
that's a
boy.
shoddy luck if you could just fall through it.
Oh, terrible, terrible thing. It's
Poor
a good
Karis.
thing we were here to make sure that it wasn't stolen or anyone could. Vanguards and thieves could just wander in here. We're doing public service to good people.
Yeah.
Yeah, very shoddy security measures.
Have a wee look around just to make sure nobody else has popped in.
Yeah, make sure nobody takes anything while we're here.
I will stand in the
Absolutely.
doorway and guard it from anybody trying to take anything from it. Stu is just gonna stand with her big, broad body in the doorway when the others had gone in, so.
Let's see what the caretaker does. The caretaker just sort of looks at you, kind of like confused, and goes, "Have the rest of them given up?"
Yeah,
Yes.
they left. We're here on official business.
Oh, that's good. He just goes back to his work.
If this is like a magistra's office, can I just swiftly pocket? They're probably quite nice, like ink pots and things.
There's,
I
there's
look for like a mini bar.
There's like several small offices within, and then there's like a communal area where it looks like there were sort of meetings held. In each of the small offices, there's like inkwells, there's quills, there's pipes and very nice tobacco. There's like a drinks cabinet.
I go for the drinks cabinet, ignoring everything else.
Frankie's gonna swipe all the tobacco. Because I already have
But
it.
Hey guys, we should probably look for a phylactery somewhere in here, or some clue to where the other guys are, as well as taking all the other stuff.
Well, we should look for the diary. He said he couldn't find. He didn't know the location, but it'd be in the diary.
And how do we know this isn't a phylactery? I say as I hold up a pipe.
Oh
Snap it.
yeah. I forgot you were a wizard. Sorry.
Yeah, I can feel a lot of arcana coming off of this.
You won't look for diary, I check at bottom of all these bottles for phylactery.
Hey, a phylactery could be a bottle.
I just
Yeah, you
Kind of
might
is a
wanna
bottle
watch.
for like goo.
want to
You
pop
might
the lid
want
off
to watch.
something strong looking and just start drinking.
Yep, you start drinking some ancient Tuscan brandy.
How is it?
Good, it's just very strong.
I'm used to strong.
Okay.
Could I try to use Dungeoneering to check for the diary?
Yep.
I'll do the same.
I do like that both of AJ's characters have been alcoholics, just from different regions.
Yeah, I'm both dwarves.
Maybe I'm looking through some stuff. Who knows?
Stu finds in one of the offices a very big leather-bound diary, and there are entries from yesterday and today. All of them seem to be in different areas.
Anything that sort of suggests that we're going to something special or some special place?
There is something that says meeting yesterday morning, and then everything else seems to have been cancelled after that one meeting. But the stuff for today has not been cancelled, it seems.
Okay, so does it say where it's supposed to take place, or...?
Well, if it's nothing's cancelled today, it must mean it's somewhere within a day's travel.
The only thing you can see is the term F/H.
Hey, you sunk my battleship.
Only you would play Battleship with an alphabet and an alphabet rule.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought you said F8.
F/H.
Oh.
Is that like A/S/L? What is this code?
Jimmy, I take it you're a mighty fine wizard. Could you?
Hey, I'm pretty good.
Can you maybe come over to this diary and see if you can check if there's some residue of some arcana or something like that in this diary?
Hey, yes. Yeah,
Something
sure.
hidden.
I'll do a whole bunch of arcana on.
Okay.
Hey.
Jimmy waggles his fingers over and goes, "Oh, it's strong. I'll just take that away with me and it'll disperse in time." And he shoves it in a pocket.
Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of magic in that. I'll have to study it over a while.
Alright, so you wonderful gang of filthy degenerates, should we maybe go see the artificer and see if he knows what F/H means? It seems like you've taken everything out of here now that you need and drank all the last of the alcohol. What do you say?
Can everyone roll me a awareness check, please?
Oh, I'm too distracted by all the magic in this book.
At this point, Whispers notices there are many farmhouses with big arcs of done of the looks like the same farmhouse all the way around this office. However, Jimmy notices that there is a collection of polo mallets in the corner.
What?
Polo mallets.
Polo. Okay. Hey, this is good quality wood, boy. This'll fetch 'em into the collectors.
Maybe F/H stands for farmhouse.
We probably got to try and figure out where that farmhouse is, because it's the same one in all the pictures.
Maybe they're like the same farmhouse, like it's the same picture of the same place.
Well, why don't we take a picture and ask someday?
Yes, that sounds like a good idea.
Are there any names written on any of the pictures?
You examine one of the pictures and it mentions the Jefferson farmhouse.
Look, it says it's the Jefferson farmhouse. Mean anything to anybody?
I went to college with a guy called Jefferson Farmhouse.
Actually, it does sound like a rock band from the 70s.
Yeah.
It's Jefferson Airplane.
Yeah.
But otherwise, no. Just as an aside, he was a real party animal.
We could take the picture and at least ask people if they know where the Jefferson farmhouse as well is, rather than just a picture. Might have heard of the name, even if they don't recognize the physical place.
Well, we could see if there's a map around of the town somehow. I mean, we are in the magistrate's office, so...
Maybe we send Cat Lady up to have a look around, see if she can just see it.
Not sure it'll have a signpost, good chap.
I think a map is probably more ideal.
Yeah, let's try to find a map. This should be one that, like, have a layout of the town, I take it, because, I mean, they'll probably want to collect taxes from people and stuff like that.
Okay.
But,
You rake around for a while, almost trashing the office, but you do eventually find a map of the area.
does it say Jefferson Farmhouse on any of the lots?
Can any of you read maps?
What skill would that be?
Would it be?
That would probably be... that's a good question.
Tracking?
Tracking would do. We'll do tracking.
Okay, I've got that.
I've got tracking.
Stu definitely finds Jefferson Farmhouse. Slasher also finds it. Whispers is very confused by the fact that it's out with the city walls. And Karis is just looking in the wrong place.
I think it's over here, and he's like pointing into the middle of the marsh.
This human notation's all really, really weird.
I think it's over here, guys. Pretty sure. So,
I know it's not competition, but I also knew it was there.
well, that's good, man. We have 2 clear heads, or at least 1 clear head and 1 sort of buzzed head. But
Yeah, I
still
got
clear
a
enough.
good buzz.
Currently,
It's good.
yeah.
You want some of this
So-
vodka?
Well, I'd take a sip if you're, offering.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, don't drink all of it. I need to save for later, just in
No,
case we just fight pub.
Just a little sip, just a little taste. That warms nicely. So, guys, let's head out to Jefferson Farmhouse and see what's there.
Yeah, I really liked that first album.
So, are you going to shut the door behind you? Are you going to subtly shut the door? Are you going to walk out? What are you going to do?
We're gonna subtly shut the door behind us, of course, and make sure it looks like nobody's been there, except for not locking the door.
Except for the mess you see.
I think Karis will try and re-lock the door behind him.
Okay. Roll to relock the door. Yep. You managed to relock the door?
You guys are doing it all wrong. You just gotta leave as if you were leaving your house, otherwise people think, hey, why is he closing the door so weird?
Well, I'll just say good job, Karis.
I don't
Nicely
think
done.
anyone's really paying much attention. That chap's just back to his work.
When you get to the bottom of the stairs, the caretaker sort of eyes all of you quickly and goes, "Oh, you're back again?
Oh yes,
We're looking for a restroom.
Oh, what?
As a dwarf, I have a tiny bladder. Do you know somewhere I can relieve myself?
Oh, there's a hole in the ground in the hole." He points out
That'll
so
do.
outside.
That'll do.
There's this massive, badly covered hole in the ground.
That'll do. Awesome. Thank you. Have a good one. So we'll,
And I think
you
Karis
can
is just going to
audibly hear
turn to
bottles clinking.
Frankie and Stu and Whispers and go, "Do we really have to be travelling with an incontinent alcoholic dwarf? It's just so demeaning."
His name is
Well,
Slasher.
Yes.
Do you really want to
certainly
say
seems to be
no?
having a slash at the moment.
Unintended joke when I made character.
Stu is just gonna make sure that Slasher doesn't fall down the hole.
So you make your way towards the farmhouse. It's outside the city walls, so you leave through the big gate leading out of town, and you sort of tromp up these fields, and after about 10 more minutes you come to the hill just before it, and as you get to the top of the hill and look down, you see a quaint looking farmhouse with a sort of chest-high wall all the way around. But you also notice in the middle of the field there looks to be 3 or 4 dead guards just lying, bleeding.
Would be very picturesque without the corpses.
Yes. Why didn't they paint those?
I suggest we take it slow.
Yes.
That's what she said.
Well,
No, I didn't.
I wasn't referring to you. I was referring to non-specific lady who says things.
Alright, yeah, well, I'm very not non-specific, so yeah, that's true.
By definition, almost.
Yes. Well, Stu is just gonna try to go around sort of the back from where the guards are lying dead and see if there's any way into the house
You're
from
sort
the
of
other
facing
side.
the back of the house at the moment. As you sort of look round to the front, you see 2 massive iron golems that seem to be protecting the front of the house. They seem to be twitching quite violently. And you see 2 or 3 more, normal-sized guards. Even from where you are, they look incredibly pale.
Oh, bugger, I wish we'd brought Samwise now. He could have done with those oafs.
Yeah. Where is Samwise, by the way?
he's guarding the stuff.
Protecting your money.
Guarding
Alright.
all of our treasure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I mean, treasure is more valued than us, so I think it's cool.
Yes, but you have
Yeah.
to be alive to enjoy it.
That's what makes it so much more exciting.
Unless treasure is large coffin, of course.
Yes, that's true. So is there any way in from behind the building, or is it just like a back door?
There seems to be a very small, looks like a sort of bathroom window. One of you that's quite small and thin might be able to squeeze through, the rest of you would struggle.
Hey, well, you know what they say. A bathroom window's a wizard's front door.
I was going to suggest
right, they
Whiskers
do
go
say
through
that.
the window.
Or at least have a look through the window if Stu wouldn't mind somebody standing on her shoulders.
I would not mind that, no. So, but
give it a
maybe,
go.
yeah, do that.
Frankie's gonna keep an eye out for the guards.
Fine, up and look through the window.
Okay. You look through the window. The window seems to be definitely shut. It looks like it's been like bolted shut, so you're gonna have to break it to get in.
Are the curtains closed or are the curtains open?
They are open. Doesn't seem to have curtains.
Can I see anything through the window?
It just looks dark and uninviting.
So, how many guards? Well, was it 4 guards and 2 golems?
Yeah, but 4 guards and 2 golems. The guards are sort of, they're walking as if they're not themselves, if you know what I mean. Like, they're walking very twitchy, and they don't carry themselves like normal people. They carry themselves like something that's not used to walking the way their bone structure is.
I'm gonna roll a demonology check.
There's strong demonology coming from the whole cottage, basically. Just feels like demonic.
Oh, this is not good. There's something definitely demon here.
Well, I'm standing right here, Frankie. I've been a demon all along.
I'm
Hey,
not
that's
talking about you.
That's pretty
I'm not talking
intolerant
about
of you, Frankie.
I'm not talking about the tiefling.
Well,
It does feel quite homely, though.
I have an idea, guys, which we might want to try. I could probably send my pet rat and my pet frog, like sort of a distraction, so the guards will sort of chase them and we can sneak in behind them when they're chasing the rat and the frog.
You would have sent my recently frog-turned character on a suicide mission.
It's not a suicide mission. I mean, you're a royal frog, so you would be
Decoy.
excellent in handling.
You did
Yeah.
say character arc complete.
I did, but
Absolutely.
it feels a little disrespectful.
Well, I was the one that had to kiss you in the end, so I can do whatever
Well,
I want.
I didn't hear you complaining.
That's true.
Ooh.
So
Romance never was.
that's sort of a plan that I have instead of trying to fight them. But tell me what you think.
Can I pick up a rock?
I did think a pincer movement.
So,
Some of us go one way,
I
and
mean-
some of us go the other, and we attack from both sides.
while the vermin's distracting the guys, I can cast a spell on this rock that'll make it open windows, and then we can get in.
Well, the window is sort of too small for us.
I
so,
also
you
know
know,
this spell.
Hey, it's a useful spell.
Yes,
Still not going to make the window any bigger.
That's a different spell altogether.
We could also just light the house on fire and just wait for it to burn down and then go in.
Are there any windows that are big enough for us to get in?
There's one, when you're sort of glancing around, it looks like there's one around the front of the house that'll be a bit bigger to get in. But it's currently
But I
got,
guess
like,
there's a
giant
door.
iron golem standing in front of it.
Well, I'm definitely for the try and distract them and make them move away before we attack them. If we have to fight them, we have to fight them, but it's safer not to if we don't have to.
Yeah, iron golems are not fun to fight. I don't think the guards are that bad, but
I could try to launch a fireball in a different direction. Maybe it'll catch their attention if you don't want to use your frog.
Hey, I could do a
Yes.
fireball, 2 double fireballs.
well, that sounds like a good idea actually. But the rest of us is going to be on the other side of the house when you do that.
Hey, sure.
Well, I don't know for you, Jimmy. I'm talking about Frankie's fireballs. As you can hear the alliteration, you know that they are famous Frankie's fireballs, and they're famous not for a good reason.
Hey, I'm Jimmy
Infamous.
Juggins. I know all about alliteration.
That sounds nice. So, Frankie, if you like sort of go out to the other side of the house and shoot sort of a tree or something on fire from the other side, they will run away from the door and in that direction, and we could sort of try running in. That would be nice.
Alright.
He's going to go over.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Those I have left.
Frankie sets fire to the tree. Guards don't react.
Okay.
Just going to turn around and just lift my hands and go.
The tree is burning and it's like you could see the smoke coming from it almost miles and miles around, but the guards don't react to it.
So,
Do we do it
but-
again, but target them this time?
yeah, plan B, set the guards on fire instead, with both Jimmy and Frankie doing it. Might be work. Yeah? If
We
you
could
just,
do either side.
You could do this from the pincer attack you were talking about. So
Yeah.
that Jimmy shoots from one side and you shoot from the other, and then we can just stand behind the house in total safety.
Yeah, we'll just aim for the 2 stone golems to start with.
Iron golems, not stone golems.
Iron golems. sorry.
Maybe go with the small guards first. I don't
Yeah,
know how
people
to
tend to
iron
burn
golem
easier than
burn.
metal.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, so if Frankie and Jimmy can roll for me.
So I reach into my little pouch and I pull out a bottle and I shout fireball as I throw it. Fireball!
That's good magic there, Jimmy.
Jimmy's fireball explodes in midair. Frankie's fireball hits one of the guards and incinerates it. The rest of the guards sort of like don't seem to react.
This is somewhat odd that they're not reacting at all.
Yes. Maybe we should just
didn't like that
shoot
guy.
them down, or maybe just.
Regarding the golems, how did we gain control of our golem again? I forget.
We need to know their names, I think.
Yeah.
That one looks like a tin.
So, Slasha is just gonna stand there shouting random names until he gets it right.
Yeah.
Just saying, it's worth a go.
Jim, deactivate! Dave, deactivate!
Well,
Steve.
I'm thinking that maybe, since the golems are also sort of twitching, that it might not work the regular way, that they might be under some spell of some sort. So
Yeah,
might
they're
not work
definitely
for
under a
names.
spell, I can feel it.
I think we will stay out here and some of us try and sneak in the door. Well, the rest of us keep an eye on these.
It might be
Yes,
that
let's split
if
up
you go
party.
in the door, it will trigger something with the guards. So maybe you should try fireballing them away as much as you can before we start anything else. Just a suggestion.
Well, I thought we wanted to get in the house, so. But
Well,
let's try and kill them all.
What's
Yeah,
the
well-
countryside like around the house?
Sit around the house looked very quaint. There's nothing really that would make you think that there's anything weird going on here. You set another guard on fire, you just shoot a fireball, it hits him, explodes, he just incinerates to dust. Do the other guards or the golem react? Nope.
Are there any rabbits or squirrels around that we could catch?
There's a couple of rabbits and squirrels around, yes? You want to try and catch them?
Yeah, just one
Okay,
or
roll.
2.
So are you hungry, Whispers, or what are you doing?
I'm figuring if we can catch some rabbits or squirrels, try throwing them through the door to see if there's a sensor that would detect life forms going through it.
You catch 2 rabbits.
Good idea.
So what are you doing with them?
Sticking them in a bag and trying to work out if there's any way we could sort of throw them through the door to see if they set off any wards or alarms.
I mean, I can cast open on that window. The offer still stands.
Put rabbits
that
through
a-
the window.
Do you know what? I just shout the word open and throw a rock at the window.
Roll.
Open.
Here we go.
Natural 20. The window shatters really loudly. All the glass at least seems to fall all around you. But the window is completely open and all the sharp edges are removed.
That's the best
See?
spell I ever saw.
It's a good spell.
Did the guards or the golems react at all?
Nope.
Okay, so maybe throw in the bags with the rabbits first then, before we enter. Because now we've just thrown a rock inside, so that's sort of not an animate object.
Alright, you can throw the bunnies in if you want.
Well,
That was
let
my plan.
Whispers do it.
Okay.
Yes.
So, roll throw the bunnies in. Yep, you throw the bunnies inside. You look through and you can see them just hopping around inside. Nothing seems to happen.
They're in bags.
Or did you not?
You know,
The bag just slides around on the floor then.
Yeah, Stu is just gonna climb in.
Is Stu gonna fit through the window?
Where are we, on the bathroom window or the
Yep.
front side window
Yeah, the
now?
bathroom window.
Okay,
Only one way
Stu
to
is-
find out.
so I guess this is a wooden house. So just gonna use her sword and just cut a little bigger hole than it usually is, just chop away.
You gotta say open if you're doing that.
And she's going to say open while she does it.
That's the ticket.
Natural 1.
Oh god.
You ain't been trained in the arts, kid.
What happens?
Stuck like Winnie Pooh.
Hey, I've seen that video.
So, Stu tries to sort of cut a space, and then she climbs through. She hears a sickening snap, and the house collapses on her right leg, severing it from her body. So
That's why you
Stu is
cast
now
spell before
pinned
you
in
go in.
place with, well, most of her like right leg severed off at this point.
I take it back, I haven't seen that video.
That would be a totally different Winnie the Pooh if it did.
So it's perfectly safe now, guys. I just lost my red leg. You can come
You
in.
seem very calm about it.
I've lost
I
leg
mean-
before.
The window just closed on your leg. How we getting in?
The house just closed on her leg.
The
Is the
house,
whole house collapsed, or is it just
No,
half the
just the
house?
roof seems to have like slumped over the bathroom window to about half what it was.
Oh,
Only the
so
thinnest,
could we just
thinnest
climb
ones
in?
that you can get through.
Yeah.
If
Uh,
somebody can give me a hand with Stu and try and sort of pull her away, and I'll maybe even take my dagger out and just cut the last few wee bits of sinew away so she can move
can-
away.
Yeah,
from
I'll
the
come and give you a
rubble.
hand.
So Stu's
Sort
leg
of
is now
heal.
cut from like the middle thigh.
That looks slightly painful. Anyone got any medical knowledge to try and stop that bleeding? Sort of put your
I'll
finger
cast
in there.
heal.
cast heal and maybe cauterize it or whatever. I think you can manage. I believe in you guys.
There you go.
Thank you.
So you managed to cauterize the wound, but Stu is now missing pretty much her entire right leg.
hey, I got an idea. Give me a minute. And using my tinkering, can I create a leg out of a polo mallet?
Roll.
It's true. Polo mallet, perfect shape for leg. It's got foot and everything.
You managed to flatten one of the sort of round bits of the polo mallet, so Stu has basically got a stick leg. I'm not sure how you're going to attach it to her, but yeah.
I'm just gonna jam it in there.
Oh!
Hey, bite down on this.
Jam it into the splintered remnants of bone.
While this is going on,
Not
everybody else
necessarily
is throwing up.
Not in the bone, like bone adjacent. Bone adjacent.
Oh, that's still gonna hurt.
I've had worse.
When?
I'm just gonna make me a
Really?
really, I'm just gonna make me a really nice metal leg when we get back later on, so don't worry about it.
Hey, it's a temporary measure, but it'll do.
My left leg is
Mr.
already
Slasher.
prosthetic, so
Oh, that's right.
God, yeah.
Mr. Slasher, do you have any vodka left? You could maybe spare her some?
No, I'm
or
all out,
something?
I'm afraid. Long walk over here. I'm just trying to keep the blood going.
Has the
Fine,
collapsing
we're thirsty.
house
Let's
done
see.
anything
Do
to
the
the...
guards react to the
golems?
collapsing house? Yes, they do, finally.
Oh.
The golem, you hear the sound of the golems patrolling around the house.
but we're all inside now, right? Or are we still outside?
You're all outside.
We're all outside.
Can I hide under some rubble?
Coward.
Sure, Jimmy.
I'm to hide on
James,
the wall.
deactivate!
Well, I mean, holy swords work really nicely against the demonology, right?
Usually.
So,
Slasher,
guys,
put Stu on your shoulders and run.
no, we're not gonna run anywhere. We're just gonna kill these bastards. I'm still
No, that's
standing
what
up.
I
I can
mean.
swing a sword.
Yeah, that's why I said Slasher, put him on your shoulders.
My perfectly good
then you can-
mallet leg.
Well, I mean, I'm standing on my left prosthetic leg and my right stick leg.
Oh, right.
The first of the golems appears round and looks down towards you and raises its massive like sword and goes, "Password."
Tim.
Ah. The world is a hellhole.
Incorrect. Password. Intruders. And it raises its massive blade. Can everyone do me a dodge roll, please?
I'm up on the roof.
This might not be the best time
Oh,
to be
no.
under rubble.
Well, Stu and Frankie definitely get hit by something. Let's see what happens to... Do you want to go first or second, Frankie?
Dealer's choice.
Okay, I'll do Stu first since Stu is standing still. 7. Left leg.
Hey, I just replaced that.
Bruised. Stu gets her left leg taken out from under her, but she's said the leg doesn't hurt. But she is just lying on the ground now. Frankie.
Watch the craftsmanship.
20. Oh
Oh,
dear.
fuck.
Is it finally time?
No.
Is it finally time?
No.
Frankie gets cracked in the skull. He flies off to one side with blood pissing out of his temple. So, there is a golem swinging at you. What do? You've all got one turn to react now.
Guards is going to roll
Yeah,
backwards
yeah.
and shoot arrows at it.
I stay out of the way up on the roof and shoot at it.
Okay. So we'll start with Karis, so roll. Natural 20. You sunk an arrow into the golem. The golem seems to have fused one of its arm joints. It can't swing its sword anymore. But it is just standing going, "Intruder, intruder." It's now whispers. Nope. Nope.
Nah, my footing's not that stable up here.
Okay. It's now, let's go with Stu.
Can I shout 2 words at it? Like,
Yes.
can I make 2 rolls? I will first then shout Ebony.
Okay. Don't think it'll do anything, but I'll check. Nope. Has no effect.
And then I will shout Darkness.
Has no effect.
Okay.
It's now.
Hey, good try though, kid.
It's now Slasher.
Okay, I pull out my 2 can't do that in the accent. I pull out my 2 I can't do it. Short swords.
Can't do it in your own voice.
Damn that alliteration.
Both of them.
Okay.
I swing at the golem.
Okay, roll.
Would a short sword just be a regular sword for a dwarf?
But even shorter than short sword, Barry. Both your strikes hit on one of the legs. The golem seems to have a weakened leg. Second attack. Nope, you don't do any more damage.
Okay.
So it's now Frankie.
Am I knocked out? I thought I
No,
was
you're
knocked
conscious,
out.
but you're pissing blood from your head.
Oh. Oh.
Put my hand to my temple and try and stem the bleeding.
Okay. Okay, that is now Jimmy.
I am going to aim my crossbow and shout magic arrow and shoot the golem.
Okay, roll.
I love this character so much.
Nope. Second shot.
I said magic arrow, not regular arrow.
Yep, you shoot through one of the golem's other arms. The golem only has one working part, but is still shouting intruder.
Yeah, that's the magic working.
Natural 20. The other golem appears and goes, "Password." And then hears, "Intruder." And then it goes, "Password incorrect." So it also starts swinging. So can everyone do me a dodge roll, please?
The other golem got the password.
God.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Fine, Frankie has got hit again, as has Karis.
I feel like Jimmy has gotten the collective rolls for the past 3 of my characters. Who all?
19, right leg. 12, minor loss. Frankie gets the blade land through one of his toes and slices it clean.
Ah!
So Frankie's now bleeding from the head and the foot. Karis, 19, same leg. 14. Basically, Karis gets the same thing happen. Frankie and Karis are obviously standing close to each other and get both lose toes.
Just hopping around.
Oh, stop whining. That's only a toe. Nothing to be worried about.
So it's now back to Karis.
Garrus is going to focus on the one that was being already damaged, I think. Try and hit it in the face to stop it shouting.
Okay. Nope. Yep. You manage to leap and crack it in the skull. The golem falls backwards and goes silent. It's now Whispers.
That's all for him.
I'm going to take advantage of the fact that there's a distraction if the golem's going along and check over the other side of the roof to see if the door's on.
Okay. When you look over the other side, you notice the 2 guards that are not incinerated are very slowly making their way around. They walk very, very slowly, but they seem to also walk as if their arms are behind them, like they're not used to, as I said, human bodies. But the door is unguarded at the moment.
Then I shall throw a rabbit through just to make sure there's no life-sensitive wood in the roof.
Okay, you sort of lean down from the roof, you push the door open and throw a rabbit inside. Nothing happens, though the smell of sulphur from inside is very strong.
Making fireworks.
Okay, it's now Slasher.
Okay, well, I'm just going to attack the second golem.
Okay. One of them hits. It
Yep, that's
smacks.
good.
Which limb does it get? 7. That's the left leg, so the golem is one of its legs is fucked. Actually, is that an actual 1 with that one? It was. Fuck.
That's why I went, ugh.
Okay, let's see what happens with the actual one. Odd or even?
Odd.
Even. Your blade flies free of your hand.
Oh, balls.
Where does it go? It hits someone else. What's the
Defense I've been drinking.
It hits them square in the groin. So you're back on form.
Who did I hit in the
Lost.
groin?
you managed to castrate someone. So you're back on form. But who did you hit? So
We have missed you, AJ.
Choice is Frankie, Jimmy, Squid, or Stu. So that's...
I've already lost my testicles.
I don't have any testicles.
This
Get very
doesn't bode
sliced up
well
then.
for me.
It hits whoever the first one was, which was Frankie. I'm sorry, Frankie. You get yelled at a second time.
Frankie, can you throw me my sword back?
Frankie's lying on the
Partying for you
ground
tonight.
with blood pouring from his head, his toe, and his junk. He's not having the best of days.
I hate you all!
Hey, we just met. I think that's a bit harsh.
Hey, a little help on the sword front, maybe?
It's
The
the second swing.
Okay.
You bounce off the golem and try and attack with the one dagger. Don't do much more. It would now be Frankie. I'm assuming Frankie's just lying on the ground, covering as blood is leaking from the rest of him.
Yeah, he's just trying to stop the bleeding while cursing everyone under the sun.
Sounds about right. It's now
Like,
Jimmy.
actually cursing them.
It's now Jimmy.
Seeing as it worked out so well last time, I'm going to cast Magic Arrow again.
Okay, roll.
Magic Arrow.
That's nothing.
Oh, 1 second. I gotta reload my spell. Magic Arrow.
Nope. Back to the golem. He's still got his working sword arm. So everyone apart from Frankie.
Don't forget me. I haven't done my
sorry.
turn this
Sorry,
turn.
it's Stu.
So I'm just gonna go. Ebony, stop.
So he doesn't do anything. Nope, doesn't do anything.
And the second one will be a sort of leg sweep with my big fucking holy sword.
Okay, roll.
Along the ground. Yeah.
It just manages to glance off the golem's armor. Literally just manages to bounce off him.
Think how good a leg sweep would be with your new hammer leg.
Apart from Frankie, can everyone do me a dodge roll, please? Because Frankie's lying on the ground at the moment.
On the other side of the house.
Oh, and Whispers as well, sorry. Oh dear. I'm sorry, Bill.
I guess my luck's run out.
Oh no, Jimmy Juggins is on the way out.
Left leg. 15, loss. It slices clean through Jimmy's left leg. Odd or even, Belry?
Even?
It's even, it's only at the knee.
Small mercies, I suppose.
So the sort of lower half of Jimmy's leg is sliced clean away from him. We're back to Karas.
Yeah, he's just going to keep firing his arrows at it.
Okay, roll. Natural 20.
Yes.
You sweep through its sword arm. It's still shouting intruders, but it can't do its sweep anymore. So it's now Whispers.
I'm gonna sneak down and take a look through the door.
Sure. So you jump down from the roof, you have a look inside. There's not really much you can see. The interior looks like a very quaint, homely cottage. There doesn't seem to be much there. There's a fireplace, a couple of easy chairs, not really much to sort of talk about. The rabbits are sort of wandering around, no idea what's going on.
So I'm gonna sure watch them and make sure they don't stumble into any traps. Or what point, use them as rabbit-type minesweepers.
It's now Stu.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep swinging at the golem.
Okay.
Jenga.
You slice through the golem's leg, the golem falls to the ground, still yelling intruder, even though it can only move one arm, and that one arm doesn't do much but sort of flap uselessly at the side. The two guards are going to basically reach you at the end of this turn, but they don't really do much when they get there, so...
Are they coming from the direction of the door, or could I...
Yeah, they're sort of wandering around the house very, very slowly. They move at incredibly slow speed.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go around the other way to the inside of the house instead then.
Okay.
Sort of in my slow polo stick, half leg way.
Okay. It's now Slash It again.
I'm just gonna jog over and grab my sword out of Frankie's junk.
Frankie's just gonna scream at you.
Just throw a quick heal to Frankie in the form of I pull out a hip flask kind of shot thing. And go,
Yeah, try that. Make pain go away, if only for a second, filled by gaping emptiness inside.
Okay.
Sorry, gotta be real there for a minute.
So I assume that's what Frankie's doing as well. So it's now Jimmy.
Yeah.
So, Studin cut off the golem's leg, which means there's a spare leg.
It's a massive leg.
How massive is massive?
It's about the same height as Slasher.
So I imagine it would be an inconvenience.
Probably, yeah.
But would it be workable? As if I would, I'm imagining maybe I'm wearing a high heel on one foot, sort of thing.
Considering it's just below the knee you need, it would basically mean the rest of your body is about 2 meters up in the air.
What if we cut off the other leg below the knee, also take the other leg off of that, and then you have very large shin?
Yes, can I have robot legs?
This reminds me of a story I've heard of someone called Graham and the Stone Golem.
Oh god. Right, do you honestly want to try that, Corey?
Slasher, give me the flask!
Yeah, roll to see how you get on trying this, Corey.
this can only end well.
Can I add my tinkering,
yes.
please?
Yes, you can.
No, I'm quite scared because I quite like this character so far. I'm not looking. My eyes are closed.
Against all odds, and through some sort of bizarre, almost goblin neurosurgery, you manage to attach new legs to your below knee. So you have massive, they're basically the same size as your waist, like golem legs. They weigh a ton, but you can move them just very slowly.
What do you think of my new games?
Your hip.
They go all the way to the floor.
You had risk for hip dysplasia, but they look good.
Yeah, really fashionable, Jimmy. Really fashionable. I love them.
I'm so happy.
Let's see what happens to these two guards. Nothing. They get around and don't do anything. So there's two very weird looking guards that are sort of standing around. They look incredibly pale, and all you can see is the veins are very prominent in their face. So what are you going to do now? It's Karis.
And the other golem's totally...
The other golem's is lying, flapping weakly, and still going, intruder, intruder, intruder. But that's about it.
I think just for full safety's sake, Karis is going to go and try and finish off with his dagger.
Okay, roll. Yep, you stab the golem through somewhere on the neck, and the head just comes straight off.
Well, at least we can hear ourselves think now.
Okay.
Not if you have anything to say about it.
The ones that actually can't think, yes.
It's no whispers.
I'm going to skulk about inside to try and track down where the smell of sulphur's coming from.
Okay, do me an awareness roll. Yep, you move the rug and go a bit under here, and you find the trapdoor.
Nice.
Are you wanting to open it, or do you want to wait for everyone to be there first?
I'll check and see if it's locked. I don't know how long they're going to take with this burn.
It's not locked.
Then I should carefully trick the traps.
Okay. There are no traps that you can see. You left the door a little bit. Doesn't seem to be anything. You throw it open. Doesn't seem to be anything. It just leads to a dark stairwell leading down and a very, very strong smell of sulphur.
Throw a rabbit from there.
Okay. The rabbit lands with a very wet flip onto the stone ground. Nothing seems to leap out of it, even though you probably killed it by trucking it down like a 3-meter hole.
I'll make rabbit stew from it later on.
Fair enough.
Demon rabbit stew. Mmm.
It's now Stu. You're just gonna hobble around
since
the door?
Yeah. I'll just hobble around to the door and help.
Stu hobbles around and finds Whisper standing in the middle of the house, staring down a trapdoor at a very twitching rabbit.
Ooh, is it rabbit stew tonight?
Probably.
It's now Slasher.
I feel like we should deal with these guards, because they seem quite slow, but you never know. They might catch up with us.
Maybe I deal with problem. Sorry, pale, very pale man.
Do you You mean Frankie?
I want to take this. Also gone.
Oh, the
Sorry.
blood loss.
Yeah, he has lost a lot of blood.
Not great.
Even though they're really slow moving and jerky moving, you didn't seem to hit them with either swing. You gonna try again?
Yeah. Slightly better.
Yep, you managed to kill one of them by just easily decapitating him. Sword swings through and it's like going through butter. His head just slides straight off.
Yeah, just like that. Anybody else want to get in on this potentially easiest kill of the day? No? Okay, I will hang around for further 6 seconds.
Okay. It's now, well, it would be Frankie, but is Frankie going to do anything or still just dealing with...
Yeah, I'd imagine it would take him a few turns before he's able to hobble. He'd probably be hobbling around in the next turn. He needs to sort himself.
Putting his hand down, feeling the sort of collection of removed junk going, oh, not again.
Yep. And then mourning.
Yep.
He was hoping it wasn't as bad as it was, but his dreams were dashed.
Yep. It's back to Jimmy.
So, I'm not gonna lie. The whole leg situation has given me an idea for Frankie. Can I
No,
take
I do not know.
a golden pinky?
No. No.
No? I thought I should
No.
offer. You'll never have to worry about it not working. It's
No.
hard as iron.
Yes, and I will impale some poor girl and probably injure her quite intensely. It is
Be
not
fine.
exactly my idea of a good time.
I was gonna say, that's pretty fucked
Don't
up.
say I didn't
You
offer.
should be more considerate lover.
Exactly.
Don't say I didn't offer. And then I'll turn around and shout fireball. throw a bottle.
Roll.
Oh no.
Yep, you definitely hit someone else. Who was nearby? It was chance of it being Slasher or Frankie, I guess. So let's see, does it hit Slasher or Frankie?
I don't like these odds.
It's Frankie. All of Frankie's wounds are now cauterized. As he engulfs in flame.
So I'm on fire.
You're on fire, like completely on fire all over.
Hey, it's a medical procedure, don't worry about it.
I'm going to launch myself at Jimmy
Okay. Oh,
and just try and grab him by the neck.
well, he can't move quickly with his new legs, so you've got a good chance. Roll. Yep.
And I'm going to beat the shit out of him
Still
while
on
trying to
fire,
put
so-
myself out. While trying to put
Let's
myself
see.
out.
Let's see. How much damage does Frankie actually do? Frankie does get a natural 20 in that, so with absolute like fever in his eyes, Frankie grabs Jimmy's groin. 19 and breaks his pelvis.
Not again. All I'm gonna say is this is very hypocritical of Frankie to get so annoyed at someone from setting him on fire.
It feels like Frankie might be at his wit's end by now, so...
Yeah,
I think so.
It's unique his trademarks.
So Frankie has somehow managed to basically knee Jimmy in the crotch enough times to at least badly crack his pelvis.
Is the fire out now?
Yeah, with your... Well, we'll say the fire's gone out with the sheer enraged you were. And have to break a man's pelvis using just your knee.
I still don't think Frankie has any right to be so angry at someone for setting him on fire.
Not just that he's on fire, he's had like a trio already of stuff happen to him. And he's just lost his manhood again.
I would say you're taking it out on the wrong person.
You're the closest one.
I'm gonna go from that golem's pinky.
Okay. The guard does not do anything. It's back around to Karis.
I think Gareth is just going to look slightly disdainfully at all of this that's going on and go in search of whispers.
Okay. So we'll leave Whispers and Stew for the moment till we see what goes on with this clusterfuck over here. So it's now back to Slasher.
I guess I'll carry on at the second guard then. Try and ignore the beatdown that's happening behind me. That Jimmy Juggins, he certainly gets into a lot of scripts.
You slice easily through the guard just collapses to the ground, pissing like black ichor everywhere. So
And now to turn around and see how my new friends are hitting on. Oh no. Somehow Jimmy has giant legs now, breaking pelvises, and I need a drink.
So what is Jimmy gonna do about the fact that his pelvis is broken?
I suppose I need a new pelvis.
You do, yes.
Oh no.
If only there was a steady supply of pelvises somewhere.
Oh Christ.
Can I endeavour to be entirely lower half golem with added pinky functionality?
That would take a hell of a roll in tinkering, but fuck it, roll. Is someone helping you with this, or are you doing it yourself?
Slasher, you know much about golems. It'll do.
Oh god, okay. Roll. Add your tinkering. God knows how, but somehow Jimmy ends up being lower half golem.
With added pinky functionality.
Basically, Jimmy looks over at Frankie and goes, "Look, it works," and winks as this massive finger just goes boing.
Too bad it isn't gold, Jimmy.
No, that would be really cold.
Anyway, so you all walk around, including Jimmy, who's getting used to the fact that his legs weigh a ton and he's sweating profusely by the time he actually gets to the main door and has to duck to get through the doorway.
Hey, how you doing?
Well, we're sort of fine here. How you doing?
I'm gonna be honest, too. I think you missed a trick back there.
Yeah, it looks awfully comfortable. I love the functionality as well. But first, Jimmy, I would like you to go down this hole here.
You look at the wooden ladder and you look at Jimmy and you're like, is that going to take a golem's weight?
No, I'm sort of more looking at him just not using the ladder, just using his big golem legs and just jumping down. Since they would probably stand for it. It was only 3 meters, so...
What if he gets stuck in the hole like now horizontal Winnie the Pooh? We all know what happened last time somebody tried
I
that.
think you guys are all watching different videos of people stuck in windows than I am.
I think you're the only one watching that.
It was one time out of curiosity, I swear.
Okay,
Many things.
Stu is just gonna start down the ladder first.
Okay.
You guys can follow me. Let Jimmy go last.
Okay.
If I get stuck, you guys can pull down on me.
Yes. Because of the added functionality, yes.
Okay. You all sort of make your way down, and when you get to the bottom, before Jimmy jumps down, you notice that there's like a massive pentagram carved into the floor, and there seems to be a black gem sitting in the middle of it. What do you do?
I would like to use my big holy sword and just cut it in half.
Okay. Roll.
This is definitely going to go well.
You slice the gem in half. You hear a sort of tearing sound, and in front of you there looks like there's a tear in the fabric of the dimension itself. And as you sort of look at that and wonder why it's sort of going quite wibbly wobbly, this massive demon just pushes its way through. We're talking maybe about 12 foot tall with wings and a massive flaming sword.
Oh, hello there.
Did you say all this is happening before I jump down?
Yep. You jumping down now?
Position him below me, boy.
Roll to see how you get on. Okay, can everyone do a dodge roll to be knocked underneath this jumping golem?
Oh dear. Oh, thank
I
God.
don't think I'd actually gone down yet.
Alright, okay, fair enough. So yes, all of you dodge as Jimmy lands. Let's see, does the demon manage to dodge? No, he doesn't. Jimmy lands on top of the demon. It's a sickening crunch as the demon is basically just crushed, and as this broken, twisted demon body is lying there with this sword bigger than all of you, the rip between the dimensions is still beginning to sort of shake and twist.
You guys thought it was a dumb idea.
And this,
Can I just quickly grab the demon sword?
it's massive, but yes, you can grab it. Yes, it's like a sort of a paddle sword.
Cool. Yeah, I'm a big girl. I can handle it.
It's so tempting just to slam the trapdoor shut and lock it.
Don't
Yes.
leave us, Whispers.
It's
Yeah,
Plummet,
Frankenstein.
The Adventures of Whispers. The new series.
The patience of whispers, how long will it last?
I call that spell Earthquake, by the way, guys.
It seems time has run out for this week at least. Join us again next week for more of this tale. These bard's tales were originally told to us around a campfire in a long-forgotten land as Descent Journeys Through the Dark. They were adapted for this podcast by Nikolai Popsky. All music was written and performed by Daniel Boström. The cast of Plummet are Nikolai, Daniel, Bellery, Amy, AJ, John, Squid.